Okay, girls. Hello, girls. I hope you are well. As I mentioned in the previous class, in this meeting we are going to hold more debates. Okay, I am going to share my screen. But in this case, we are going to create two groups, the cons and the pros. Therefore, I am going to draw before each debate who is left in each group. Remember, girls, the idea is to convince the other team to change their minds. Okay, la idea es convencer a los demás, al otro grupo, de cambiar sus ideas. Tanto en cons como en pros. We are also going to use the same methodology of the previous class. Okay, the same methodology. The structure of the debate consists of three parts. The first part, each student will make their introduction to the subject for 2 minutes. Okay, during 2 minutes, neither more nor less time. The second part is the discussion. Therefore, everyone must give arguments saying why you agree or disagree. There is not a specific order, but everyone must speak, trying to convince the other team. You can ask questions among yourselves. Okay, for example, Daniela says your arguments, and in the end, the arguments you can say, what do you think, Andrea, for example, okay? Pueden hacer preguntas como esas, tratando de persuadir a la otra persona. ¿Tú qué piensas de lo que dije? O le pueden hacer preguntas respecto al tema, tratando de convencerlo con lo que tú estás pensando. And the third part, the last part, is the conclusion. One participant from each team says a conclusion. You choose it, okay? Dependiendo del grupo que le corresponda, ustedes van a escoger una persona que los represente para decir la conclusión, que es la última parte. Okay, got it? Or do you any questions?
Yes, teacher, I got it.
Okay. Two parts, okay? So the first topic is about this statement. Smartphones have made our lives easier. First, I am going to do the giveaway. Okay, the giveaway. The first girls I name, I are going to belong to the pros group. Okay, I'm going to let us begin. The first girls I named are going to belong to the pros group. Start. Andrea and Andrea and Daniela. Okay, Daniela and Andrea, you belong to the pros group. Okay, pros. And Estefania, you belong to the cons group. Tell me.
Okay, teacher.
It's clear, girls?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Estefania. Estefania, are you there? Ok, so, bueno, no sé realmente si Estefanía nos está escuchando o no. Entonces, pues, mejor lo hacemos de esta manera. Bueno, Andrea, pros, you belong the pros group, and Daniela cons, ok, para tener el debate. Sí, pues porque no sabemos si Estefanía pueda participar o no. So, Andrea pertenece al grupo de pros y Daniela al grupo de cons. ¿Ok?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Thank you. So, ok, yo les había dicho que, como, bueno, se suponía que iban a haber más personas participando, entonces escogían a alguien para la conclusión. Entonces, al final, pues cada una es una conclusión. ¿Ok? The first part, en la primera parte, cada uno va a hablar durante 2 minutos, de acuerdo al grupo que le correspondió. Luego, bueno, yo les contabilizo. La idea es que no se queden colgados de tiempo, o sea, que ya acabé. Tratar de que sea por 2 minutos, ni más ni menos. Bueno, en la segunda parte ya son los argumentos, eso no tiene tiempo. Y luego la conclusión. Okay. So I'm going to give you three minutes to prepare your ideas. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Start, girls. Are you ready, girls?
And yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. So the topic or the statement is smartphones have made our lives easier. Okay. So Andrea, start please.
Okay. Smartphones has changed our life for more than 20 years because the first smartphones started to appear in the 2000 decade. I don't know how to say. Um, Before the smartphones, many types or many parts of the life used to be difficult because we don't have the facility of have fast information or to find different options that the smartphone bring to us. What more I can say is smartphones are, of course, have some parts that so make to many people more easy the life. What more I can say? The smartphones could change the life because we can access to many information through them, to study, to watch videos, and many other things. What I can say, that type of device give us the chance to improve our life quality and to have access to any type of information in really quiet time. So,
Stop.
yes. Okay.
Yes. Very good, Andrea.
Thank you.
Okay. So start.
Okay, yeah. And okay, no, I believe that a smartphone includes the ability, limited attention to other activities and tasks. During not-stop conversation on cell phones and dangerous driving while conversation and being a slave to the crutches of this wireless communication device. While there are many but many contradiction studies of the negative health effect of innocent cell phone use may infertly the effect of microwave radiation of the brain and irregular sleep patterns in preteens and teenagers have become one of the main problems on cell phone use related to health industry business and entrepreneurs have taken an advantage of the new age tools and the ability of applications based on smartphone and other mobile phones of the other technology. Today, there are many dangers in social networking, as anyone can have a social network and can do it. It is tools of the new age and the capacity of application based on a smartphone and other cell phones on other technologies. Today, there are many dangers in social networks, and anyone can have a social network. and can do so anonymously, leading fake up profiles and making this a great danger for women.
Okay.
Mailing tenors
Oh.
and this
Stop, Daniela. Good job. Okay, girls. The second part. Okay, your argument about this group, in your opinion. Okay, so in this part, there aren't or to order. Okay. Cualquiera puede empezar, no hay un orden específico. Okay. During 3 minutes, durante 3 minutos ustedes van a conversar tratando de persuadir a la otra persona de por qué es pros o por qué es cons. Y ya, o sea, con argumentos, ¿ok? So, girls. Ok, voy a configurar. Ok, start, girls.
Okay, I will start. I do some research about 10 positive effects of the mobile phones or smartphones in our daily life. Well, the general perception that the increasing use of cell phones has only negatively impacted our life. The truth is that there are many positive effects of mobile phones as well. Wonder how they are positively impacting our life. We have here we discuss all the positive of the smartphone to understand why they are helping to improve our life quality. There is no denying that the fact that cell phones have drastically altered our life every day, from our working and entertainment habits to the way we communicate, socialize, and organize things. Everything's changed. From their humble beginnings in the 80s as bulky phones to the compact device with computing powers, cell phones have come a long way in a very short period of time. This is some of the more positive effects with the smartphones. The first is that our smartphones improved our communication. The key reason is why cell phones were invented was to fulfill one of the basic human needs, to stay connected. Needless to say, the technology has done wonders for humanity, being able us to connect with anyone, anywhere, and at any time. Cell phones had completely revolutionized the telecommunication industry. The smartphones help us to stay organized. With multitasking becoming the norm of modern day life, it often becomes difficult to keep track of everything. This problem can be resolved if you pay a little heed to the small device in your pocket or bag. There are many mobile phones apps that can help you manage things and stay organized. No more need to keep a diary to take notes and to mark important dates or events. This can be done in your smartphone. Smartphones also allow you to store documents, send emails and memos, and even to make presentations. It's like your mini office. All in all, the small device helps you to stay sorted and in control of everything. Other positive thing about smartphones can be that everyday chores made easier. Thanks to the technological advancements, our life have now become a lot easier. There are many mobile phones apps that have made carrying out everyday chores a lot easier. No more waiting in a long queues to pay the utility bills or stressing about finding reliable travel agent to book hotels for your trips. You can do it all through your cell phone apps. Another positive point is that ensure stress-free traveling. Whether you're going to a new country or to a new city, finding directions is no longer a problem. With Google Maps, you can now easily travel to known locations without the fear of getting lost. Another advantage of mobile phones is that they can be used to find nearby restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, malls, salons, or any other thing that you want. Simply put, cell phones have made navigation a lot simpler and easier. It helps in emergencies. The smartphones offers great help to deal with emergency situations. It enables a person to call for help when in trouble, but also allows others to trace a lost person. In case of natural disasters or large-scale emergencies, the authorities can track mobile phone signals to track the location of injured or trapped people. An example of the effective use of smartphones technology can be seen in Japan. Since earthquakes are common in Japan, cell phone companies send free notifications to the users whenever there is a warning of a natural disaster. This helps people to take a preventive measures and reduce the chance of loss of lives. It provides easy access to information and technology for students, like our case. If used the right way, there can be many positive effects of cell phones on students. There are many educational apps specifically designed to promote academic proficiency by helping students to take notes, make presentations, and keep track of all their assignments, schedules, deadlines, exams, and grades. There are also many online platforms that provide a large number of books for reading and or download for free. Many schools and colleges now encourage their students to use different apps to stay organized and improve their academic performance. There are also currently videos on YouTube that are made to help students struggling in different courses. For example, many students struggle in mathematics. They can find many videos that explain difficult concepts of the subject in simple words. Okay, I stop.
Great, Andrea, very good. Perfect. So, Daniela.
Pues lo mío no estaba tan largo. Porque pues ya hacía la parte de las dos. Okay, and mobile device make Christmas so much easier for some people today. Stop trying so hard on their knowledge, and because they have all the information in one touch, making people every day, and more people become dumber. Less studied people a year die because of traffic accidents or common accidents used by cell phones. And because we find ourselves doing daily routines shows are driving, working, and work. We use the cell phone and this concentrate us on our routines. And this is danger for women and mainly in teenage as they are exposed to meet someone we did not claim to be what it was because be this man and lends himself to these kind of things and impersonate, identify, and also social networks show us a lot of content not suitable for a people's size and it is found in pornography and violence and no more.
Violence. Yes, Daniela. Perfect, girls. So this topic is a lot of controversy. So the both the body you are right. Okay. So the third part, a conclusion. Okay. A conclusion about your view point of view. Andrea, start please.
Okay. In conclusion, and as my personal opinion, I think that the technological device or smartphones are really important and are like really necessary for our life more in this century that the technological has taken more parts of our life. I think through this pandemic, we can understand how important are the smartphones because when we stayed under quarantine for more like 6 or 7 months, we can have in some way our loved ones next to you or near to you because we can call them, see them through a video call, know about how they going in their lives, about their health and everything else. So more than ever, we need these smartphones. And of course, I'm not pointing that the negatives comes is affecting. Yes, there is many parts or many points that affect the life, but looking this point from my point of view, I can know that it's more the positive than the negative things that the smartphones apport to our life. Um, all depends of how the smartphones can be used. If you take a smartphone and or use the smartphone for find forbidden things like pornographic or other things, of course, that could be negative. If you leave the smartphone to your kids and you don't watch them or you don't control what your kids see in the smartphone, that's the negative part. But all depends in how we give that control because it depends from how we can manage all that the smartphones offers to us. So in conclusion, for me, smartphones may a lot for improve our life quality because it helped to many people in many parts of their life, more in these times when the life changed so much. Many people is studying by the smartphones. Many people who can see their family have the chance to see them through their smartphone. So I wonder what could happen if we don't have smartphones in this time. If we decide to use, don't find or don't use more smartphones, what could happen? Um, I could give an idea, and could be that we have a schedule to use the smartphones. in the family. So in that way, the smartphones will not take all the time and all the attention. So the family code establish a rule where we have like a day without no smartphone, a day free of technology. So in that day, we can share with the family, look the life, and not use any type of technologies. But we need of that type of technology because it's necessary. Now it's like really it's like completely part of the life. Without them, it's like regret on the time, like back on the time. And of course, that can happen because the technology is evolutionating a lot. So for me, smartphones are part of the human life now. I think.
Perfect, Andrea. I think so too. Daniela, your conclusion. Daniela, are you there?
Okay, and are many dangers on the internet, and it is a bad idea for children to grow up with this. It makes it stupid and mediocre for life, and every day we will depend more of them and causes many deaths daily, and we must prevent ourselves from the networks. We do not know what situations we can become it to, and nowadays nothing is private, and thanks to the networks.
Is real, girls. Here, okay, it's true that smartphones have made our lives easier, but at the same time, they have complicated life. We can't be without a cell phone. We don't lose or our cell phone is damaged, and we already want to die. So this brings many advantages such as connection and breaks space and time barriers. But if we don't use them carefully, it creates dependency. So very good, girls. The next topic, the same methodology. Okay, I am going to do the giveaway. Okay. Stephanie. Okay, the giveaway. So the girls, the girl I name are going to belong to the pros group. Okay. Start. Andrea. Okay, Andrea, you belong to the pros group. And Daniela, you belong to the cons group. About this statement. animals shouldn't be used for medical research. Okay. I am going to 3 minutes to prepare your ideas. Okay, about pros or cons group. 3 minutes, girl.
Teacher, I have a doubt. The topic is animals shouldn't be used for medical research. So I have to find the positive things about the medical research in animals. Okay. Sorry, teacher, I can hear you.
Okay. So yes, you are in favor this statement. Okay, animals shouldn't be used for medical research.
Okay, teacher.
And Daniela is cons, okay, or against this statement. Okay, 3 minutes.
Teacher, es que no me escuché bien. Es que se va como al internet.
Ah, ok, sorry. Bueno, debe ser mi internet que está fallando. Ok, de esta declaración, Andrea va a estar a favor de esta declaración, ¿sí? Y tú vas a estar en contra. O sea, tú crees que sí es necesario usar animales para investigación médica. Ok, yes, got it? Y... Okay, do you agree? Or no? Daniel, do you agree or no?
No.
No estás de acuerdo. Okay, don't worry. So this discussion is in pros. Okay. Okay, las dos van a estar entonces a favor.
Okay,
las dos van a estar a favor, pues yo también estoy a favor. So in this case, it's more final discussion about this topic. Okay. 3 million girls and let's begin. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Andrea.
Yes.
Daniela?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. The same methodology, okay? The first part, you say your opinion. The second part, you say the arguments, and finally, a conclusion. Okay, so start for 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, I do some research and I found this information and I want to share it with you. Um, Save the animals, stop animal testing. Using animals in research and to test the safety of products has been a topic of heated debate for decades. According to data collected by F. Barbara Orlands for her book In the Name of Science, Issues in Responsible Animal Experimentation, 60% of all animals used in testing are used in biomedical research and product safety testing. People have different feelings for animals. Many look upon animals as companions, while others view animals as means for advancing medical techniques or furthering experimental research. However, individuals perceive animals. The fact remains that animals are being exploited by research facilities and cosmetics companies all across the country and all around the world. And in my opinion, I think it's really, really sad this happened because any human being could be suffer uh, because they want to stay to taste makeup or different kind of products. I think there will be other options to do some advance in the medical part. Well. Also, humans often benefit from successful animal research. The pain, the suffering, and the deaths of animals are not worth to the possible human benefits. Okay,
Okay, stop. Very good, Andrea.
thank you, teacher.
Okay, good job. Continue, please, Daniela.
Okay, internet in non-human animals do not have the end, has no biomedical purpose, are to obtain better in human health. Some case it is about the environmental and implant and plan of chemicals that the other is about safety test cosmetics or household products. In other occasions, always no human animals, no military research. All these guys have in common the beneficiary of human begins and research and thus to test practices is irrelevant and or not existent. To this a large number of non-human animals are subject to serious harm. Know well to reason ethical requires to reject all forms of discrimination based of characteristics and of individuals that have nothing to do with their ability to be harmed or benefited and not to take into account animals for testing on experiment or annexed arbitrary and discrimination species in the same way that not respecting someone for the skin color or other gender and multiplying is not respectable and for its skin from an impartial point of view. The suffering and that animal fears more than the trivial beneficiary obtained by humans begins experimentation with animals for cosmetic or military.
Okay. Okay, Daniela. Very good. So the second part. Please start, Andrea, with your argument.
Okay. Well, what I found is that, as I mentioned before, animals are live beings, so they should have rights. So here, animals' rights are violated when they are used in research. Tom Regan, a philosophy professor of North Carolina State University, states, animals have a basic moral right to respectful treatment. This inherent value is not respected when animals are reduced to being more tools in a scientific experiments. Animals and people are alike in many ways. They both feel, think, behave, and experience pain. Thus, animals should be treated with the same respect as humans. Yet animals' rights are violated when they are used in research because they are not given a choice. Animals are subjected to tests that are often painful or cause permanent damage or death, and they are never given the option of not participating in the experiment. Regan further says, for example, that animal experimentation is morally wrong when no matter how much humans may benefit because the animal's basic right has been infringed. Risks are not morally transferable to those who do not choose to take them. Animals don't willingly sacrifice themselves for the advancement of human welfare and new technology. Their decisions are made for them because they can vocalize their own preference and choice. When humans decide fate of animals in research environments, the animal rights are taken away without any thought of their well-being or the quality of their life. Therefore, animal experimentation should be stopped because it violates the rights of animals. Another aspect is the pain and suffering that experimental animals are subject to is not worth any possible benefits to humans. The American Veterinary Medical Association defines animal pain as an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience, perceived or arising from a specific region of the body and associated with actual or potential tissue damage. Animals feel pain in many of the same ways that humans do. In fact, their reactions to pain are virtually identical when both humans and animals scream, for example. Oh my God. When animals are used for product toxicity testing or laboratory research, they are subjected to painful and frequently deadly experiments. Two of the most commonly used toxicity tests are the DRICE test and the LD50 test, both of which are infamous for the intense pain and suffering they inflict upon experimental animals. Okay, I stop for now.
Good job.
Thank you.
It is true, Andrea. You are right. Daniela, your conclusion? Sorry. Your argument.
Yeah, disease still remains a part of biomedical and research. If it stands to work seriously and increase the equality and duration of human life, in this case to compare the suffering and death that is direct to animals. With the great benefits of some humans begin and will be obtained the cause of success in research among the organisms of underage and pregnancy, and it is what believed those will define animal experimentation in bit with methods of the studious and culture and useful necessary of some point to rush to such. This is also on non-human animals because they are models and that show an organism and what is your passions for the fact that the organisms of human begins and do not read the same as that of the other animals to different drugs or small genetic and difference between individuals of different species and can cause a large difference in how process in substances there before there is absolutely no warranty and that the results and can be explored successful and in these non-human animals and no more.
Very good, Daniela. Sorry, very good, Daniela. And finally, a conclusion about this topic. Andrea?
Okay. My conclusion about this is that I'm really sad to read this information. I can't believe that in century 21 this is happening because it's like the time where all the people have that level of consciousness to stop that type of situations. We can allow that the labs is still testing in the animals because, as I read before, they are like really like humans. You know, the animals can feel pain, the animals scream, animals cry. That means that animals have feelings. They should have rights. They need to be respected. They have some law or some statement where the labs stop this because it's something that is really human that create a lot of pain, and I think human life is been affecting the nature for many years, and now it's time to stop and to start changing and to give the mother nature some of what we take away from them. It's time to speak our voices in the name of animals and I don't know, make like people can make march to protesting against this situation because we can allow more that labs still testing with animals. It's something cruel, it's inhuman, and is violating the animal rights. They feel they are like family. As my personal opinion, I like with a dog, and she been with us for more than 8 years. And I know I can say that my dog has feelings. You know, when I am sad, she is my companion. She been with me through many hard times. When I was pregnant, she been there with me, trying to support me and to make me feel better. The only thing is that the animals can speak. can talk. The only mistake is that they can speak out their voice. So now it's time that humans with consciousness speak our voice for them, for the animals who can speak. So I'm against in this situation. I don't support this situation because it's time to change our world. We need to do many changes for make a life better and to teach our kids that any human being have or deserve respect. And that is my conclusion.
Okay, Andrea. Daniela.
¿Me escuchan? Es que tengo los audífonos y a veces no se escuchan. Okay, and animals should not die because of the beauty and health of us people. They are human and have feelings like us and deserve to life. So we should always look for products that are not tested on animals and no more.
Girl, very good. I want to give my opinion about this topic. I believe that this statement is true. I agree with it. Because animals shouldn't be used for the use of human beings. We ourselves create diseases and kill the animals themselves. We must solve our problems without harming nature. Although they say that it is necessary to experiment with animals to save human lives, I don't agree. And I think that there must be another way without harming animals. Okay, this is my opinion. So the next topic. Death penalty must be implemented to reduce crime. Okay, so I am going to do the okay, I don't remember the word. I am going to do the giveaway. Okay, and the same methodology. So the first girl I name are going to belong to the pros group. Start. Again, Andrea. Okay, Andrea, you belong to the pros group about this statement. Okay, about this statement. And Daniela. Okay, and Daniela, you belong to the cons group about this statement. Okay. Cons.
Okay.
Okay, girls. So the same methodology, I am going to give you three minutes to prepare your ideas. Okay. you ready, girls?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Daniela. So, what is your opinion about this statement? The death penalty must be implemented to reduce crime. Daniela, start please. You must talk during 2 minutes.
Okay, until many harms occur daily, which in many cases can be macabre and damage the lives of other people, but this does not mean that we have to end someone else. Like science, we are not going to decide who likes and who does not. We are good and for this. And perhaps the death penalty is a good option to reduce the crimes that occur such um, pregnancies, race, death, among others. But it is not the fact that we also want to end the life of other people. We cannot allow these signs. They are irreversible events. We will be ending the life of someone else and theirs. Just as the person also ending the life of someone else, and we will be committing the same crime. And that person more than in someone maybe and not an innocent person, but if it's that he's a human, he has feelings that has emotion. Maybe he has a family that will happen to him. Maybe this person has a daughter and wife and mother and father, and we are waiting for him and himself. Or how we must and respect the lives of other. There are many other penalty for this type of people, and maybe they are not the right one, but these people deserve a second chance on life and longer. We cannot choose what them with there and to lie or die. It's to condemn a person by beating him to death.
Stop. Good job, Daniela. Continue, please, Andrea.
Okay. I want to tell about a country who approved the death penalty, and this country is the United States. And there is some information I found. A majority of Americans quite reasonably support the death penalty in appropriate case and believe that despite its imperfection, it is constitutional. The Supreme Court has held that death penalty to be constitutional. The Fifth and 14th Amendments carry express approval of the death penalty. A person may not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. A majority of states, 29 states, have the death penalty on the books. Similarly, the federal government and the military have the ultimate punishment for the most heinous crimes. Since 1976, when the Supreme Court reinstated the punishment, there have been 1,512 executions, with whites making up the majority of defendants executed, 55%, followed by blacks, 34%. Whites make up the majority of victims in death penalty case, 76%, followed by blacks, 15%. A majority of Americans support the death penalty and have Since polling began in 1938. But for the death penalty to be applied fairly, we must strive to make the criminal justice system work as it was intended. We should all agree that all defendants.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop, Andrea. Very good. The second part, your arguments. Who wants to start?
As a proclaimed in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the right of every person to or subject to cruel, inhuman of degrading punishment and death sentence irreversible, definitive and irrevocable. Society to run this is a cycle of lies, some do harm to other hands and other shows, and not got to collect and revenge, and this is what make is a more evil to us, to the person after our faith will iron and recently will make sadness that took a life and perhaps it has been in vain to an innocent person and therefore due to that penalty for this reason is the death penalty.
Okay, Daniela. Good job. Andrea, what do you think?
Okay, this is my argument. We need to acknowledge that mistakes can occasionally occur. In capital case, does not render the death penalty unjust anymore than imposing or a sentence of incarceration for a term of years. It's not rendered unjust simple because mistakes occasionally occur in no capital case. Today there are built-in checks and balances in the criminal justice of system, from jury selection to the penalty phase to the appeals process that are designed to provide fair process for each defendant. The system is not perfect and we must work to make it better for everyone involved. My argument for the death penalty should be that it could be approved in some cases. Why? Because the criminal rates, at least in Colombia, are really high. Many kids are suffering violation and suffering different type of violence. In that case, I think that human that rape an innocent life should be died. He can be alive because when a person is like break their border, don't will back to the same anymore. And we can put the criminal life in fears of the victim life. So in that case of violation or when a person rape a innocent life, the death penalty should be approved. Another case is like when someone murder a person, the death penalty should be approved because, as I mentioned, can be the criminal life can be in front of the victim life. It's not fair that many people that create chaos, that create some injury, some innocent innocent life is still alive. That should change. Let's talk about the case of Garavito. That man abused or kill more than 100 kids. And the medical studies over that varies show that the men used extremely violence over them. And that man is still alive in the jail, and we pay with our taxes his food, his clothes, and everything else. And I think that is not fair because he should be diet in the name of justice of that more than 100 kids that the man affected. I know it's something really difficult to assess because the penalty sounds like something really cruel or that don't respect the life principles, but it can be how to say, cannot be accepted that the person, the criminal who affect innocent life is still living and don't have any justice of that. So I approve the death penalty in case like rape and murder. That is my opinion.
Okay, Andrea. Very good. In my opinion, I couldn't agree more with this statement. I believe that if criminals are not punished every day, there will be more crimes and horrible things. These people who commit serious crimes, such as rape of children, murders, family and animal abuse, and their murder, must be strongly punished. These people must be punished with the death penalty, and minor crimes should be punished more strongly. So I couldn't agree more with this statement. So finally, girls, a conclusion. Okay, Daniela, what is your conclusion?
Okay, and we all deserve to live, and since we are people with feelings, one of the commandments is not to kill, and we will be disobeying is besides playing in violence and with violence is not the best thing to do, and science we will have a quality science conscience, and we must respect other people's lives so that they are respect ours.
Okay, Daniela. And you, Andrea?
In conclusion, I can say that the death penalty will be approved in some specific case, as I mentioned it before, like child abuse, murders, and that should be the two specific case. If a person commit or do that type of crimes shall be punishment by the sorry, so should be punishment by the death penalty. I think in that specific case will be work because that will work because at least in this country we can see many cases of child abuse every day. Is like a normal scenario. So I think that the death penalty will be reduced, that crime rate, and our kids will be safer. Because if something that plans to abuse a child uh, know that he could die for that reason, I think they voting twice and maybe regret about that horrible decision. So the death penalty should be implemented in that two specific cases, child abuse and murder. That is my opinion.
I think so too, Andrea. Okay, girls. This is for today. Again, I like to hear them, hear their points of view about controversial issues. So thanks a million, girls. Thank you for your participation and you understanding, okay?
Thanks to you, teacher. This really helped to improve the language. I never do this before. And sorry for all the issues I have during the class. I'm here alone with my little boy. And it's a bit difficult to study near to him, but I did it, and thank you. This is an incredible tool to improve the language. Thank you so much, teacher.
Okay, Andrea, you're welcome. So, girls,